am so in agreement with you about John 17. Like, there's something so special about this. You know, when we learn to study the scriptures, we go, okay, make sure you understand. Are you reading an epistle? Are you reading poetry? Are you reading a prophecy? Are you reading, what are you reading? But then you get to John 17, it's almost like a different genre, because you're going, wait, this is the Trinity. They are talking to each other, and we're listening in on Jesus talking to the Father. That's another level. Yeah. This is, to me, as sacred as it gets. This is all truth. Obviously, this is all truth, but there's something special about him saying that I could be loved by the Father the same way that he is. And I admit I am one of those who has been guilty of maybe overemphasizing the oneness of believers in John 17, when the reality is this oneness with God causes this byproduct of oneness with each other. I mean, I love you, and it's from the first time I heard you speak, I just saw this love for Jesus, this oneness for him. So I didn't have to work at loving you. Right? It's because this was happening between you and the Father, and this was happening between me and the Father, where I'm believing and knowing that I'm one with him. I mean, this morning I was reading Colossians, and in chapter 3, I think it's verse 12, where he talks about we're chosen and we are holy and beloved. And I just kept thinking that phrase, holy. God calls me holy, like perfectly pure because of what Christ did, and beloved. And we need to know that we are holy and beloved. And when you know that with the Lord, when we know that we're one with him, and that he calls me his son, and he loves me like he loves Jesus, I'm just overwhelmed. And so then when you meet someone else who's also overwhelmed, you can work out some of the theological issues and differences. I'll show you where you're wrong later. But, but there's an immediate okay, we're one with him. And so if you feel empty today, it's because you've moved away. And at any time I can come back under that's the streams of living water. And as we are people that are just beside ourselves because we're one with him and holy and dearly loved, the oneness with each other is going to happen. It's just, I feel like too many people have lost the primacy of our oneness with God, and yet they're working so hard to come together, and it's, but we're not seeing that beautiful, just overwhelmed, overflowing, like Scripture says. We have this joy inexpressible because we're in awe that this holy God would make us one with him.